Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, or Tank12, however you want to call me. And today, after a very long break of at least 4 weeks, I'm actually returning to you guys with some ISU 152 gameplay. Now, I'm not gonna try to justify my leave, like in the complete month of November, but I've got to be honest, I was not feeling quite well euphoric about making videos because I was quite busy the entire time and I just didn't have great ideas or great gameplay. I didn't really play World of Tanks during all that time because I don't know. When I started to play World of Tanks in November, it was just a little bit bland because I was always playing the same tanks and the same game modes, so it was a little bit boring. And also, like, the teams didn't really help to that with the 5 times bonuses during the Thanksgiving campaign, and yeah, it was kind of weird. So yeah, now I'm back. I've been playing a little bit of World Tanks. I got the AMX 5120 finally, and I've got the T54, no, T54E1, the American Tier 9 medium autoloader, and I've been quite busy though still, but I've managed to actually play a few rounds with some of these tanks. So yeah, I've tried to set a new target for myself, and that is to finally reach the object 268. And I can only reach that thing if I grind the ISU. And as you can see, I'm playing the ISU 152 stock. And as you can see from the title, um, you probably already know that it's stock. So the ISU 152 is a tier 8 Soviet tank destroyer with later on a very powerful, I think tier 9 gun, the BL-10, that absolutely wrecks shit all over the place. And I really do enjoy playing the ISU right now, even with the stock gun. But yeah, it's the typical tank destroyer. It doesn't have a lot of HP, it doesn't have the best armor, but it does have a very punchy gun. And you don't really play this tank very aggressively. You sit kind of back, use your bushes and your camo to your advantage, and then you strike from the back. Now, of course, this is not usually my playstyle. I'm more of a medium and a heavy guy. I rush in, I do all the dirty work so that my tank destroyers can take some shots, or my arty can take some shots. And yeah, pretty much that's how I've been playing my tanks over the last few years now. As you can see right here, I'm firing high explosive rounds, and these high explosive rounds, of course, with this gun, do not do a lot of damage. That's why I'm shooting now heat rounds. Now I myself don't really like to shoot premium rounds, and I obviously don't like to get shot by premium rounds. But sometimes, if you're stock outmatched in a tier 10 match in a tier 8 tank, you just have to go back all the way and lose all your morals just to be able to get a good game. And that's exactly what's happening right here. And for loading heat rounds, I get whipped in the face by the Waffenträger of Panzer IV, which is the tier 9 German tank destroyer, one of the two, next to the Jag Tiger. So yeah, of course, we're now in patch 9.12. I actually had a video for you guys a few weeks ago, like at least 2.5 weeks ago, so that I would have only been gone for at least, or for maximum 2 weeks. I actually uploaded it, and it was about the Object 140, a what to expect video, of course, a preview video, as I actually told you guys about. But the problem was that, as always, my kind of yeah, my uploaded video didn't have any sound, which kind of happened a few times now. As you can see, I've went back now to high explosive ammo, uh, and you can see if you shoot at targets without any armor, it's still quite a lot of fun. Like French tanks, German tank destroyers for some, the Waffenträger line, and these rounds absolutely wrecked them. So yeah, where was I? I actually wanted to upload the what to expect video. I uploaded it, no sound to it, unfortunately. And here I am now, a few weeks later. And that was also one of the frustrating things, because it has happened to me more often than I would like to admit. It has at least happened 3 or 4, maybe now 5 times. And I don't know, I just sometimes forget to plug in my headset, and it's kind of stupid. It's very dumb because I don't upload any content because of this shit. And yeah, so I hope you guys aren't too mad. Probably not. I don't think I have anyone waiting for stuff for content on my channel right now, but that's not too important. I'm just here to upload videos for fun, and maybe show you guys some few things you don't know about World of Tanks, or some gameplays that you might enjoy. Maybe this gameplay. As you can see right now, we have had 6 shots, we've done 2,720 damage, and we've taken 800 damage at least. Actually, 890 damage. No, actually, wait. Yeah, that's not really important right now. So, as you can see right here, I'm aiming at the Waffenträger of E100, and these high explosive rounds really tend to do quite a lot of damage. As you can see right there, we did easy 800 damage to that Waffenträger of E100, and the next high explosive round is following and coming up another 823 damage, and that is just absolutely beautiful. And I have to say, I was quite pleasantly surprised, because I had this tank for at least 3-4 months. I've never played it. Well, I've played it once or twice. I was not very excited to be playing it. Then I switched out my crew, got my good crew into this tank, and from then on, this game happened, and a few other pretty nice games. And I have to say, I'm very pleasantly surprised with this tank. I can't wait to get the BL10, which obviously will make this tank very superior. And what I don't get here is that the enemy team they always have been sitting at the same spot, and they've never really moved. So it was kind of weird for me to see that every time they kind of pop up, they don't disappear again, because they just stay at the same spot. So I just have to fire at the same spot again, and pretty much that kind of killed them in the end, because of their lack of mobility. And this is kind of the problem, the general problem that I have with World of Tanks right now, and that is that tank destroyers in certain spots can be very devastating. And the thing is that the tank destroyers now get more armor. Well, they do have less view range because of the nerf, but still they are very strong. I mean, if I look back a few months, the Jag Panzer E100 was not as powerful as it is now. It was obviously a very powerful tank, but right now it's like the god among the tank destroyers. It's so strong because of its armor. So yeah, it does have armor. You have an incredible gun. You can sit back. You have a lot of not a lot of view range, but you have a lot of armor. You have a great gun. Some even have great mobility, and pretty much you have great camera rating. So yeah, I understand the principle of tank destroyers, that these guns do tend to do the damage, and they're supposed to be sitting back, because some of these tanks just don't. Pretty much all of them don't have a lot of not a lot of HP. But what I've noticed is that these tank destroyers tend to get better and better scores in game, and take over some of the matches, because sometimes you can only see tank destroyers on one side. So yeah, maybe this is another problem we should maybe take into account, that certain tank destroyers right now in the game are a little bit unbalanced, and that they might cause a few problems. Because I mean, I'm a tier 8 tank destroyer in this game. I've done more than 4,000 damage with all the damage that we couldn't see. At least 600 damage to that Jack Panther, and another 800 damage to the Waffenträger V100. That's another 1,600 damage. That would bring our total damage count to 5,100 damage. And I'm a tier 8, and I'm even stuck right here. I fire premium rounds, but that doesn't mean, well, that of course that means that I'm able to penetrate these guys. But with the HE round, I was able to do at least half the damage. And I mean, tier 8 tank destroyer and a tier 8 heavy tank right in this situation would have done completely different, or a tier 8 medium tank. But of course you have to take a look at the different playstyles all of these tanks have. But of course, that is all just pretty much my point of view. I think that these kind of things should be taken into account in the next few patches. But of course, if they like change something on the tank destroyers, the whole world would go crazy. Everybody who was grinded through the line of tank destroyers would be crying out in outrage. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that Wargaming doesn't want that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I've been rambling on for about at least 15 minutes now, but yeah, my what to expect video would have been longer. So kind of got lucky that that one didn't work. So yeah, I'll be looking if I can upload a video in the next few days. Next week I'm pretty busy with exams, but I'll try nonetheless. The what to expect video is still gonna come, but I still do need some more gameplay footage, because my other gameplay footage, I delete every gameplay footage after I've made the video, and I cannot go back to the old replay files because I have a new World of Tanks version, as everybody else does. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.